right. Hey, Facebookers. I wanted to jump on here. It's actually my husband's birthday, so we went riding this morning, and one of the things when I go riding is I like to listen to my podcast, and there was something in there that really stuck out to me this morning, and I wanted to share it. So this video is going to be a couple of things. Hopefully it'll be valuable. And secondly, it's going to be short because at any moment my children could jump in here and have a cameo. So just FYI, I am running a self-love group, and so this was something that connected with me and resonated with me, and so it's something that I'm going to be sharing in the group, but I thought, why not share with you guys as well, share the love. So, I see a lot of people who struggle in their lives because of their mindset and the way that they see themselves and the way that they feel about themselves, and that manifests in their life in so many different ways. So we've been talking a lot about self-love and self-care and taking care of yourself, and that's kind of all related. But I've had some people say, you know what if I'm not even there yet? Like, what if my thoughts about myself are things like, I could never love my body. I could never love me because of X, Y, and Z. Like, how do you even begin from that place? Okay. And so I wanted to touch on that for just a second and say that I think that the hardest part really is starting. And I think that that's true in so many different things in our lives. That you actually actively have to choose to start. You actively have to choose motivation. And you have to choose something different because the way that you've been dealing with it hasn't been working. The way that you've been speaking to yourself doesn't work. So, there was an idea presented that I wanted to present to you guys, is self-hate the opposite of self-love? And, I always thought it was until I sat with this question a little bit longer. And I want to say that it's not. Hate involves caring. Hey, Anna. Hate involves having this feeling of not living up to our potential. So if we hate ourselves, then obviously we still care at some level, right? And we have the potential to be more or be better, and we're feeling like we're not living up to that. And so I would almost say that giving up is the opposite of self-love. Because once you've given up, then you really don't care anymore. And you have no idea and no reason to do better. And so when you hate yourself, there is still some sort of wish or a hope that things can be different, and there's still potential. I mean, as far off as it might seem, because I've been there too, it's still attainable for those people. So I think you have to sit with that idea first and use that as a starting point. And I have to say, we live in a culture now that everybody wants to be happy, that everyone wants to feel good all the time, and that's awesome. But I have to tell you that sometimes you have to sit with those feelings of hatred, and you have to explore what that means a little bit, right? So this is like, I'm talking about a very limited space, like a couple minutes here and there. Like, what caused that hatred? Like, why are you so mad at yourself? Why do you feel that way? What should you do differently? I think that a question that we need to ask is, what is it that you should be or want to be? What vision do you have for yourself that you're not living into? And where do you feel blocked? because obviously you're getting blocked, which is why you have a discrepancy between where you want to be and where you are now, which is why we get so frustrated with ourselves and angry with ourselves. And then we start to resent ourselves and start hating ourselves. And it's this vicious cycle that we stay in. So, you know, feeling good, feeling happy is great. And, but I think that these signals, the frustration, the sadness, the anger, the fear, I think it's always shining a light on things that we need to change in our lives. So instead of looking at them as so negatively, because yes, it's scary to be in front of those topics, we have to acknowledge them first. And I just think that that's the first step in anything that we do is self-acknowledgement, and noticing and being accountable for those feelings, right? And that's really the key to mindfulness. That's really the key to starting anything and changing anything in your life. And if hate is present, then that's what's real to you. So when you look at those feelings and you start to understand them and you start to unravel them, then you can begin to make changes and to make better choices to change your behavior. Because it all comes down to choices, which is why it's so hard to make better choices. But like I said, you kind of have to fake it till you make it and motivate yourself to make those changes before it's easy. Before, hey Tay, we've got a kid in here now. So I just kind of wanted to sit there and just talk with you guys about that. Just if you're feeling in a place where you hate yourself, then it's because you still care and you're not where you want to be. And that is a signal, that is a sign that you need to go seek help or find different tools or make better choices. Whatever that is, acknowledge those feelings and then you can make the choices accordingly. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off here, and I have to go get Andy's birthday cake because it is his birthday today. And just wanted to share that with you guys, and I will talk to you. Oh.
And guys, I'm so excited to eat cookie cake.
Oh, yay. Cookie cake.
Cookie cake.
All right, guys, so I will talk to you later. If you have any questions, drop them below. If it was helpful, make sure to share it with anybody that might need, that word. So I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.